welcome to another episode of That History Teacher, where instead of talking about history, we're going to talk about science. Today, we are going to do a little experiment at home for you guys. What you're going to need is a piece of paper. I grabbed just plain white paper. You can use whatever paper you've got. You're going to need a ruler. If it has inches, that's fine. Centimeters would be fantastic. And you will need a piece of string of some sort, about 12 inches or so. You can use that ruler to measure that, and obviously something to cut it with. Then, if possible, grab a piece of cardboard, something a little bit thick, so that way you can make a hole in it where something will stand up. If you don't, that's okay. And then I'm going to use a couple pencils and a pen. You will just need something that you can sort of poke into the cardboard and it'll kind of stand up. Okay, so if you've got a thumbtack, that'll work great. If you need to hit pause to get those things, hit pause and play again. Okay, so we are going to be measuring the eccentricity of an ellipse. Because the orbits don't go in a perfect circle, the orbits of our planets go in ellipses. That means they're a little bit stretched out. Okay, so we are going to take that piece of paper, and if you have cardboard, put it on there. If you don't have cardboard, then just use a couple pencils and ask a family member to hold it. So about like that. You will need that piece of string and tie it in a circle, kind of like this. Okay, I use blue so you can see it a little bit better on my paper. And what you'll do is, somewhere in that paper, punch a couple holes with pencils, thumbtacks, whatever. Again, if you don't have cardboard under it, please don't put a hole in your parents' table. Just hold them like so, or ask one of your family members to hold it. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to put the string around it like so. Make sense? So far, I'm holding the pencils upright, and I've got the string in a loop around it. Okay, now these two pencils are going to act as our focus points. Okay, a focus point are basically the two things that the ellipse is going to go around. In a circle, there's only one focus point, it's the middle. So you're going to take pen, other pencil, whatever you've got, your writing utensil, and I'm going to move this up just a bit so it makes it a little bit easier for me to make my drawing. Let's see if I can do this better. Okay, and I'm going to hold it here, and now I'm going to use this just to sort of make a circle, well, to make an ellipse. So I'm going to go around as best as I can. It's not perfect, that's okay. And as I go around, I'll close that off. Cool. So, what happened, I'll move this out of the way, is it's kind of rough because my cardboard isn't totally smooth, and that's okay. I took, again, pen, put it against there, just sort of stretched it as best as I could, and I made kind of an ellipse. It's a little bit rough, but it'll work for us. Now what you're going to do is you are going to, I'm going to move these so I don't drop them. You are going to grab your ruler. Mine's got all sorts of fun stuff. It's a bit of an engineering ruler. And I'm going to use my centimeters. There we go. And what we'll do is we will measure this ellipse. Okay? We're going to measure two parts of it. You're going to measure the longest part, which would be in line with those two holes that you made, or those two marks from the pencil. And so that's right here, from this side to this side. And on mine, that's 24 and a half. And I'll just write that here on the paper. I'm going to put L for the length. So my length is 24 and a half centimeters. Okay? Then you're going to measure the distance between the two pencils, or whatever else you used. And on mine, it is 15 centimeters even. So I'm just going to put an F for focus points, and it is 15 centimeters. Right on. Okay, now the last thing you're going to need is a calculator. I'm just going to use my phone because my calculator is still at school. And all you will do is take the focus point distance, which in my case was 15, and I'm going to divide it by that length from one end of the ellipse to another, and divide them. So I've got 15 divided by 24.5, and I get a number 0.62, 0.612222, and a bunch of other numbers are in there. So that is my answer, 0.6122. I'll leave it there for now. That is the eccentricity. That's the measure of how long or how flat an ellipse is going to be. In other words, how eccentric it is, because it's not a perfect circle. If it had an eccentricity of 0, it is a perfect circle, because you have 0 distance between your two focus points. They're both in the very middle of your circle. If you have an eccentricity of 1, that means it's actually a flat line, because the length of your focus point distance is the same as the length of your ellipse. So anything you get in between there is going to be okay. Hopefully you got our decimal. Now, ellipses are cool, eccentricity is cool, because, and this is what's going to be written in your lesson, there will be different eccentricities for each planet. Not all of the planets have the same ellipse shape. So check out those notes. Hopefully you were able to do this. Either take a picture or let me know somehow, some way what stuff you got. Again, I just did all my math right on my paper, and my line is about as amazing as my other lines whenever I draw stuff. So thanks for watching. Sorry this is a bit of a longer video, but hopefully this worked for you. Thanks. Bye.